Hi, this is Ashley Taylor, and this is my TAP video for the photosynthesis interpretation. So here we go.
Hello kids, do you know how plants make their own food? No? Well, this video elaborates the process of photosynthesis, by which plants make their own food. Photosynthesis is the process used.
I think when I was setting up that how, I used how too quickly. I should have waited to the end to finish my statement and then do how. I think I jumped the gun a little bit with that.
Used by plants to make their own food, or in more complex terms, it is the conversion of light energy into chemical energy by plants. This chemical energy is used by the plants for growth and nourishment.
And I'm not positive if this is more of an English-based sign, a P for plant. I've seen this, but I don't know if that's correct or we just use plant. So I don't know if that's more ASL or not. I guess any suggestions?
To means light and synthesis means putting together in Greek. When humans cook food, some essential things are required, including fire, water, vegetables, etc. Similarly, to make their food, plants also need some essential factors, including light, water, nutrients, soil, etc. Plants get light from the sun, water from the ground, and carbon dioxide from the air. All of these factors, including air, water.
That part, I think I got a little bit too behind on myself and I was forgetting the information. I should have finished that statement, so I kind of left that blank, missing those other important parts of it, like the nutrients. I think I could see myself freaked out about, oh no, I'm gonna miss that next part. So I just kind of like deleted it, and I should have ended it better, or at least finish the statement and then start in on the next part of the water coming up.
Carbon dioxide and sunlight together help plants churn out their own food. Plants have tubes called xylem located in the stems through which the water from the ground is sucked into the leaves. This system works similar to humans sucking liquids through a straw. The xylem is spread throughout the different parts of the plant, including the stem, branches, and all the way up to the leaves. The xylem.
I think that part I should have said example, so then they know what I'm talking about with the cup and the straw, instead of going kind of like meshing it in together, so it didn't really make sense. So yeah, I shift it to know that I'm on something else, but I should have said example, cup, straw, like that too.
Xylem transports vital nutrients to the entire plant. Xylems in the plant are like blood vessels in the human body that act as an important means of transportation of water and nutrients. Leaves on the plant have pores, very similar to the pores on the skin of our bodies. These pores are called stomata. These stomata are responsible for the exchange of gases. The carbon dioxide present in the air, which is responsible for photosynthesis, enters the plant through these stomata. Oxygen also comes out through these stomata. Leaves have important cells called mesophyll cells.
This part, I feel like I still need to work on classifiers, how to incorporate that more, put it into a picture, like with the leaves. If I set it up with like, here's the leaf, and explain how the oxygen and the carbon dioxide goes through, like if there's a way I could set it up as a picture. I know my partner used this as leaf and I forgot about that while I was doing it. Just showing the different parts, and really I guess the whole hand I could have used, well, here's my plants, here's the roots and the water going up, or the oxygen going through. But I'll have to. It's the whole classifiers, and that's something I definitely need to develop more on that part. So really, I guess the concepts are just scattered and a little confusing, because I didn't really set up that picture of how it should look, of what it really looks like.
These cells contain a green colored component called chloroplast. This chloroplast is responsible for the green color of plants and leaves. Once the carbon dioxide and water reach the chloroplast in the presence of sunlight, the process of photosynthesis starts to take place. The following reaction takes place in the leaves of the plant during photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of light energy results in oxygen plus glucose for carbohydrates. The products formed are glucose and...
Okay, this part really confused me, because you kind of had to set up a formula, because he was like, this group is the carbon dioxide plus the water, and really I was thinking, and I really wasn't paying attention to the picture, which I really should have looked at the diagram, but normally the diagram would be behind us, so we wouldn't be able to see that anyways. But the grouping, I really should have grouped it better, because it's not making sense. You're adding this and this, and I feel like it's all together, so it's all it's confusing. So that was a little hard to set up. I should have done it better. Maybe like first carbon dioxide, and then add water, and then oxygen and the sugar. And I may even be getting the whole concept confused, because this was a little, with the light. So when this happens, the light, and then this happens. And I really should have chunked those together separately. Again, it's the whole setting up.
Oxygen. Carbohydrates, which are a form of glucose, are synthesized from carbon dioxide and water. Glucose is used by plants for their growth. Some of the glucose is used immediately, and the extra glucose, which is not used, is stored in the form of starch in the leaves. Some amount of this extra glucose is also stored in the roots of the plants. This extra glucose is used to perform photosynthesis when there is no sunlight. Oxygen is given.
I always wanted to use tree as a plant. I know that's not right, because I just visually it looks like a tree with the roots and everything. But I'd like to think that the sign for roots, or the way I set it up, was good, because it kind of like shows how it like spirals down with the water coming up and everything. I think the whole process again was a little jumbled. And I think the pace was fast. This was a big challenging video, but I think I might have deleted or dropped a few things, or I probably even got the whole concept wrong on this part. It just seemed really jumbled and fast paced.
Given out into the air through the stomata in the process of photosynthesis. The oxygen that is released is used by human beings to breathe during their respiration process. Ever wondered why this process is called photosynthesis? Well, the word photosynthesis is a combination of two Greek words, photo and synthesis. Photo means light in Greek, and synthesis means putting together or combining. Hence, photosynthesis literally means combining water or carbon dioxide in the presence of light. So the essential factors for photosynthesis to take place include sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. Underwater photosynthesis takes place.
I thought this was good setting up, because he did summarize, which really helps with what's the important parts, and what we just learned. If we do mess up, or we did have to delete or drop things, the keywords that came out, and he did do that towards the end. These are the important facts, and I was able to set that up as these are the important to know or to remember. So luckily, that was on our side.
At a slower pace than the normal photosynthesis. This is because energy from the sun is absorbed by the water layers.
here I thought I did pretty well with setting up with the water, and then the plants were down here, and how the sunlight, it's hard for it to go through. And I was hoping that, or I think I did a pretty good job with setting that up as a picture, and with the water, and then down here is the plants, and then the sunlight, it's hard to get through because of the water. So that part I thought I did pretty well in.
Plants which don't need the process of photosynthesis to grow. Such plants include mushroom, Venus flytraps, etc. Mushrooms get their food from the ground and from their surrounding areas. Venus flytraps trap and catch small insects which come near the leaves and eat them. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more cool science videos.
So, this was definitely a challenging video, but, I was, I thought in the back of my mind I was using the schema. I'm like, well, I just recently learned this with my students, in a class. So I thought in my mind, I'm like, okay, I know the basics on it, but boy, when this video came out, I'm like, nope, I was definitely wrong. But I was able to see, how fast-paced it was. Oh boy, how do I set this up in a picture? Keeping this all in my mind, there was a lot of finger-spelled long words, because it's science, and that's typical. We're gonna have those long keywords. So I had all that in the back of my mind. But I think I did a little bit better the second time.